Hey guys, back again with another snazzy video, and well, let's just get into it. So as many of you might have already seen, Vox about a month ago published an article on Memorial Day saying that the Marine Corps had toxic masculinity. So even though it's been about a month since this was published, I'm still going to talk about it because I think there's still a couple things that have been left unsaid about the issue. And well, let's let Vox explain to us about the Marine Corps' toxic masculinity. On May 12th, the United States Marine Corps launched its first commercial with a female lead, part of a broad effort to persuade more women to join the service. The ad, titled "Battle Up," was meant to let women know they were welcome in the Marine Corps, but it inadvertently refocused the attention on the service's well-earned reputation for being a fraternity that often marginalizes or mistreats female troops. The commercial dredged up memories of last March's Marines United scandal, where male Marines shared photos of naked female Marine veterans and other women on Facebook without their consent. Around 30 Marines faced court-martial for their involvement in the group. So for those of you that don't know what the Marine United scandal was, this was basically a closed Facebook group of Marines that had shared around their ex's nude photographs as revenge porn and have since been caught and, as Vox even stated themselves, are being court-martialed because of it. And many Marines, including myself, condemned the actions of those Marines. But just like any group, there's going to be shitheads like those involved in the Marine United scandal. But that's not what the entirety of the Marine Corps is, which I would assume would be obvious, but it might not be obvious to people who think like Vox. So going into the Marine Corps ad that was released, it basically shows a female Marine in an unrealistic scenario given the MOS that she carries. While many thought this was an infantry role that she was supposed to have because of the firefight that ensues during the ad, it's actually supposed to be a supply role. And that makes it even more funny because supply does not fight. And for all my Marine Corps brethren out there, Jarhead T was the best movie ever. Many grunts had issues with this commercial for what it was trying to sell, or at least what they thought it was trying to sell, which was women in the infantry. And there's a lot of pride that goes into being a grunt. It's really difficult, not everyone makes it, but it's not just about pride. Forced diversity for the sake of diversity in regards to women in combat roles such as infantry can very well lead to the lowering of standards in order to become an infantryman. And when you lower the standards to become an infantryman, Marines will die, and we take this very seriously for a very good-ass reason. Marines have struggled to incorporate women for decades. The Marine Corps has a problem integrating women ever since the first woman joined the service in 1918. Even today, women only make 8.3% of the Corps. Gee, it can't be that it's hard to be a Marine, can it? You know, the smallest branch of the military that's known for never given, always earned? I wonder. All of this has taken on new meaning with the release of the Battle Up advertisement, especially because of its controversial content by Marine Corps culture standards. Namely, the commercial's protagonist was shown serving in the infantry, which she wasn't, making it through very tough training and establishing her moral and ethical courage from a young age. But the infantry part is what made it a big deal. Historically, only men have been serving in the infantry in any military service. As of today, only 4 women serve in the Marine infantry. Not 4%, 4 total. But the commercial and the opening of combat roles to women fits in cultural changes to the Defense Department implementing during the Obama years. Those changes, though, are hard for some of the Marine Corps to accept. But yes, women in the infantry is a big deal because of the fact that there's already lower standards for women in the Marine Corps as it is in order to get it in. We don't want to see that same lowering of standards happen to the infantry just to be inclusive to women. Because like I said earlier, when you lower the standards to just be inclusive, Marines will die, and that is absolutely unacceptable. In September 2015, General Joseph Dunford was a top Marine, and he recommended women be excluded from some of those combat roles. Dunford is now the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Mattis, before he was nominated for Defense Secretary, questioned whether women should join the infantry. I find it interesting that Vox decided not to include the reasoning as to why General Dunford wanted to exclude women from combat roles. That reasoning being a 100-page study that the Marine Corps did that showed that women generally performed well under their male counterparts in the infantry tasks. This came to the conclusion that including women into the combat roles would actually be detrimental to the Marine Corps' mission of combat. That study, by the way, will be included in the description down below if you want to take a look at it. There's more to the article, but my brain can only handle so much stupid at one time, so if you want to go ahead and read the rest of it, it's going to be linked down below. But if you do go to it, I'm just going to throw this out there. Ad block is the thing, just saying. So there is one thing that the Vox is right about. There actually is an equality problem in the Marine Corps. However, it's not because of toxic masculinity. The equality problem comes because of the lower standards that I mentioned before. Women and really pogues or persons other than grunts are going to be able to pick up rank a lot quicker than an infantryman when they haven't seen a single day of combat in their lives. This is because of those lower standards or because of the fact that their job just allows them to pick up rank really quickly. Whereas a infantryman who's been in combat will probably get busted down for underage drinking or hazing because he told a Marine to clean his room or called him a boot or because he made him do gun drills with a rock. So yeah, when you have someone who's gone to combat in the Marine Corps, which is a warrior culture, yeah, they're going to be a little pissed off when someone who's never seen a day of combat in their life is now a higher rank than them and is being told that, yeah, they're better than that person who, has gone to combat, has fought, and, possibly has lost some friends overseas. But as always, I want to know what you think. Do you think the Marine Corps has toxic masculinity? Do you think women should be in the infantry? Do you think I'm an asshole? Let me know down below. Also, if you've been subbing me for the past few videos, you might have noticed my really shitty release schedule. I'm working on that, and I will potentially be letting you guys into why my schedule's been a little shitty lately, along with some news. So I will hopefully be releasing a new video this week with some news. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.